Yo, what up? What up?
Yo, what's up with it?
Back at it again. Back at it again.
Yeah, yes, sir. Back at it.
Back at it again for another one.
Another banger.
Appreciate everyone that is stopping by to watch. Appreciate y'all. Before y'all continue watching, y'all do me a favor. Y'all hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and let's get this thing popping, brother. We got a football, a whole football week to talk about. Let's see.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this. Let's get this going, brother. Week three. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start this one off because it's I got some things to say. Week 3 was basura for the Dallas Cowboys. In a weird way, it wasn't. It was expected, but then it wasn't. Just based off the way that they played and I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys defense. The way that the defense played against the Giants going into the Bears game, I knew for a fact that they have Roma Dunze and they got some receivers over there. Caleb can get the ball down the field if you allow them time. And that's what was making me nervous because, again, ironically enough, the Dallas Cowboys can stop the run, but we cannot rush the passer. So that was my fear, that was going to happen.
I wonder why.
yeah, that's why I said ironically enough. And I knew for a fact if you allow this kid, Caleb Williams, if you allow this kid to just sit back there, he has the capability of launching that ball down the field. Mm-hmm. And he's got some receivers that can go up and catch a contested pass. And that's what happened. We have no pass rush. I don't want to use the excuse of our DBs are injury riddled because we do have injuries, but at the same time, that I don't like using that because I feel like even if we were at 100%, bro, listen, Trayvon Diggs got exposed. Is he 100% healthy? Will he ever be 100% healthy? I don't know. But the biggest thing to me was the fact that this DB squad, the corners, the safeties that we were playing, looked like a freshman team that has no idea, no concept of what defense and what coverage is. They didn't know where their eyes were supposed to be looking. They were lost. Eberflus, I don't know if in fact his defensive scheme is too technical for these guys, which is weird because they're professional athletes. Right. But I mean, in a press conference recently, Coach Schotty had said too, there's going to be some changes that they're going to make to the defense. But at the same time too, he said that they're going to emphasize on simplifying it. And I'm like, it's week 4. It's week 4, and you're talking about simplifying the defense. Like we're in trouble. So, listen, it was a shit show. It was a shit show of a game. Unfortunately, because Dak Prescott is our quarterback, everyone is alluding that it's his fault. Which I'm like, are you fucking serious? Because he threw the one interception, which when you're trying to make something happen, when you're trying to get a spark, you're trying to do something.
Yeah, bro, interceptions are gonna occur, but
I'm like,
polarizing.
Show me a quarterback that doesn't throw an interception. Like, golly. But George Pickens had the one where he didn't catch it, it tipped off. That was another interception.
I think what really kind of, not saying that this would have turned the game or maybe it would have been a different outcome, but I think what really put a big damper to start was that turnover to begin with. When you guys were driving, when the score, I think the score was 0-0, if I'm not mistaken. It was the first drive, and you forced the Bears to punt, and you guys started driving, and I think that made a pass to Javonte Williams, I think, and then the Bears defender took it out of his, interception. You know what I'm talking about, right?
He stripped it.
He stripped it, right? And bro, I kind of felt I was like, damn, that was deflating. You know, no, I'm not
You know,
saying that
you know where
that
you
was
know
the
where it
reason
went.
why, you know, but
Here's the reason why.
kind of fucked the
Here's
momentum.
where it went to shit. And I hate this play. I hate that they do it. I hate that they've tried to make this work. Lining up CD Lamb as a running back.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, like that right, and then he gets his fucking ankle rolled up on.
I
By the
know.
way,
Yeah, he's
CD
out.
Lamb is out 4 to 6 weeks.
He's out. Yeah. 4 to
So
6?
it's a high ankle sprain.
Oh my God. Jesus.
And that's why I'm like, when I saw the play happen, I'm like, what are we doing? Why do we they always line up Kevontae Turpin, who's soaking wet, is 160 pounds at running back. They line up CD Lamb, who is a finesse guy at running back. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? We have running backs.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. That's what happened. Once CD Lamb got hurt, I was like, oh, that's it. We're fucked. Like, that's it. Like, there's no way.
Right. No, and like I said, I think, you know, I'll touch on it more, but that play, I feel like that just completely flipped the game over. And it was so early. So that's why I don't think that would have changed anything. But I don't know. That's just what I saw.
Well, here's the reason why I said, you know, I said that was where it kind of went all down to shit, is because an experienced coach knows how to handle that.
Right.
An experienced coach
he's not experienced.
He's not experienced. He has his game plan, and when your star receiver goes down, now it's like, what do I do? Right?
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're talking about when CD Lamb went down, that's when it all changed.
I'm talking about when CD Lamb went down. That's when it all changed.
No. When CD Lamb,
Javonte Williams getting that ball stripped, that right there was kind of a dagger as well, because it's like, what are we doing?
It was like damn.
And it was crazy.
Like,
that whole play in itself was crazy.
It was a great
when
play.
He bounced it and was running, like, I immediately thought, oh, we're gonna run all day on these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I went from that to, what are you doing? Like, it was a crazy play.
It was
one of those punch to the guts, and you just can't breathe.
Exactly. It was like, it wasn't a backbreaker because it was in the beginning of the game. But I even texted you, I was like, damn, like, yeah, really? Like, yeah, what? You know, it's just one of those weird, stupid shit to happen. But
yeah.
Anyways, my take on the whole thing was that, you know, your defense, man. That
Swiss cheese, brother.
It's a problem. It's a problem. It's like, it should be panic time in Cowboy Nation. You know what I'm saying? The defense was just, it was unbelievable, you know? It was unbelievable. So I don't know. I guess, I don't know if Matt Eberflus I don't know what he needs to do, but you guys are not going to win much games doing that.
No,
you know?
No, not at all.
You know, you guys are not going to win much games doing that. And the secondary is just absolutely non-existent.
None.
You know,
lost.
I get it. The Bears got Ben Johnson, and, you know, they got Ben Johnson and, you know, Caleb Williams and, you know, this whole new hype. And, you know, I guess they're going to try to air it out and whatever the case may be. Bears might be good on offense, but that was just, you know, defense is a major problem for the Cowboys.
Yeah, major problem. And, like, I get it, right? We're Jadeveon Clowney is going to play this weekend. But he's not an impact player. I don't even think Micah Parsons being on this defense would
help, but it wouldn't.
It would help, but it would not help enough.
It would help in the only sense. The only way it would help is that he would be able to rush the passer faster, so that makes the secondary look a little better. That's all. Yeah. That's the only way.
Right. That's the only way. At the same time, too, it's concept, but then it's also like being able to trust the players that you got. Bro, listen, it was like a 3rd and 2, and fucking Trayvon Diggs is lined up 8 yards off the receiver. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
because his knees aren't good enough to where he can't play. You know,
right? Yeah, he doesn't trust. And you kind of mentioned that. Is he ever going to come back to the player he was? Maybe not.
No, listen, the one time he went press man, he fucking slipped and it fell, and he couldn't recover.
I saw that,
and he got burnt for a touchdown. And I'm like, Come on, man. Like,
Listen, it's unfortunate what's happened to Diggs. He's been, I think this is his second ACL, if I'm not mistaken.
it is.
He's also dealt with other shit in the past.
Yep.
You know, your body can only take, you know, I say this all the time, bro. God did not make our bodies to play professional football.
Yeah.
If you're able to play professional football, you are like the 1% of 1%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Trayvon Diggs, your body can only take so much. So I don't know if we'll ever get back to him being Trayvon Diggs. I don't, you know.
But here's the thing, too. I don't know. I don't think he will, be quite honest with you, which is why I'm like, move the motherfucker to safety. Put him at safety.
Yeah, and we see. Look, we tend to do that. Us football, you know, junkies and watching.
Yeah.
We tend to always, because I've always said that. Yo, just move the motherfucker to safety. Like Jalen Ramsey, I said that in his last show with the Dolphins. Yo, move him to safety.
Yeah.
It sounds good in theory, but not everybody can make that transition.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe Diggs can. You know what I'm saying? But we always say that, like.
We always say that, yeah. But also too, like,
because when you lose a step, when you lose a step as a cornerback, you're like, man, put that motherfucker back there.
Yeah. And it's like also too, like, at safeties, like, you got to be able to headhunt and
you gotta headhunt, yeah. Well,
and see and Trayvon Diggs ain't that guy, bro.
No,
Trayvon Diggs ain't he ain't a hitter.
He's not a hitter, but in this
he's a ball hawk.
Like, yeah. In this day and age, you can kind of get away with it a little bit because, you know, bro,
you play too high safety and he's a weak side safety, he would do great.
Yeah, no, 100%, because he's, you know, again, he's good at coverage, but he has lost a massive step, a big step. Yes. So,
which is why I'm like, listen, we have the second highest cap in the NFL right now. Trade deadline's not till November. Why aren't we on the phone with Justin Simmons trying to get this kid over here?
I can't believe Justin Simmons is still a free agent.
Money.
Yeah, okay.
Money.
I guess
apparently he wants like top of the top.
Okay, bro, but at some point you got to give in.
Listen, give up a fourth round for him, right? Pay the man, bring him over here. It'll help.
You don't have to give up a fourth round. He's a free agent, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs.
I think he's a free agent.
You
don't have to give him shit. You don't have to give him anything.
Yeah, just pay him. go get Stephon Gilmore off the couch. And you instantly have a better defense. Not the greatest or the best, but you have a serviceable defense.
Yeah.
So
100%. Yeah.
But again, you know, the interview with Jerry Jones, you already know what he said. I like the guys that we have.
Yeah, man, and again, just to touch on it, the story of the game was the defense, bro. Your defense just unacceptable to me if I'm a Cowboys fan. So if you guys don't get that shit fixed ASAP, your season is it's obvious, you know.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's only week 4. So I guess that, you know. But yeah, man, but
it's only week 4, but we're in the easier part of our schedule right
now. Yeah, man. I mean, it's, you know, the defense, like I said, was just a massive problem. Hopefully you guys can get that fixed. But I would definitely look for reinforcements. You got,
but also our center was injured in the Giants game. Cooper Beebe, high ankle sprain. He was out for 4 to 6 weeks as well.
You guys got a whole bunch of high ankle sprains going on.
Our right guard Tyler Booker is now gone 4 to 6 weeks as well. So we're going into this next game missing our center, our right guard, and CeeDee Lamb.
Not
so
good.
Guess where they're going to line up Micah Parsons?
That what?
Guess where they're going to line up Micah Parsons? In the fucking A gap.
Where do you think?
In the fucking A gap.
Yeah, bro. 100%. I mean, yeah, no, that's rough, man. That's definitely rough. So
it is what it is. You know, it's week 4, but it's really week 17.
In terms of like all the injuries, yeah, no, and recapping this week, bro, the amount of special teams plays that were made.
Yes,
like how many blocked field goals were
blocked? We were talking about that blocked field goals.
Yeah.
Like what?
No, block. It was. I think it was like the first time since like 8 years that there was like 4 or 5 block.
The Eagles
shit
had
like
two. The Eagles had two.
Eagles had 2. The Eagles had 2. The Browns had 1. There was like 4 or
Browns had
5.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy for special teams.
Yeah, it was. Nah, it was just one of them weird weeks. The best part for me was that my team didn't play, so I didn't get to watch a shit show.
Yeah.
My team didn't play on Sunday, so I was marked safe from watching an absolute joke. That's what I was happy about. I was just happy that I didn't have to watch that shit on Sunday.
Y'all played Thursday, right? Who did y'all play?
Yeah, we played the Bills. Remember?
Oh, that's right. The Bills.
Yeah,
that's right.
and I don't
That's
know.
right.
We didn't. Obviously, we didn't. We haven't. No, we did. Did we hop on here? Yeah, we hopped on here last week.
We touched base on that one.
Yeah, we touched base on that.
Yeah.
They surprisingly just to recap a little bit. Surprisingly, they played well enough to win the game.
Pretty well. Yeah.
And it was the Zach Sealer bullshit. Running into the kicker.
Yeah.
And Tua, you can't make that throw. Yeah. But yeah, anything else you want to add on that on your defensive debacle in Chicago?
I mean, we're right now the Dallas Cowboys. I mean that's really what Week 3 came down to against the Bears was no defense whatsoever. And a better team would have put up 50 on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So,
no, it kind of reminded me of the Packers playoff game.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
The Bears were doing anything and everything they wanted.
Yeah, literally marching down the field. They weren't, Caleb Williams didn't know what a pressure was that game.
He had time to go and paint his nails, let it dry, and then
he was how when women go get their nail done and they got to put them under the light. To speed it up. He had enough time, bro. He was on the sideline,
just doing that. Like, let me put my nails.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And them shits look really good at the end of the game, bro.
They did a hell of a job on his nails.
Hell of a job, bro. MVP, bro. That nail tech.
That shit look glossy. That shit look
MVP-ish.
That shit look spectacular, bro.
So unfortunately, that was the game. That was the game. I don't see it getting better unless we make additions. And I don't see us making additions, unfortunately. Apparently Jerry Jones has said the Dallas Cowboys are open for business. But is it a normal work week? I don't know.
We talked about that. Yeah. Well, you had a great saying last week. I kind of forgot it. What was it again?
I don't remember.
You don't remember your saying?
No.
It was a great saying. I think it was, we're open for business, but I can't remember it, bro. But it was a really good one.
Yeah, it was probably like, does the business? Oh yeah. I was like, does the business close like at 2?
Yeah. Is the business open? Is it on and popping at night?
Yeah.
Or does the shit close down at 2 p.m.?
Is it a 2 p.m. joint where the family heads home?
It's a diner. It's a diner. They have
breakfast only.
They have really good. They have a nice club sandwich and a good soup, and then you head home and that's it.
And then you head home and get dressed and you go to the real party afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah, the one that's really open for business.
The one that's really open for business.
That's open for business, but
which is what they're Financial.
But bro. Hey, listen, I hear you. You guys got the Packers next, so, but just a real quick recap on Week 3. Special teams was crazy.
Yeah.
When it comes to your team, Swiss cheese.
Nothing was crazy.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Again, my team didn't play. That's why that's why my blood pressure was actually normal Sunday. That's why it was actually normal. Like I actually took my blood pressure. I go, whoa, shit, damn, okay.
Yeah.
See, it's like every time I go to the doctors, they be like, yo, how come on Sundays your shit's right here, but all the other days is right here? I'm like, listen, just. Dolphins, don't worry about it.
Dolphins, don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah, it was just a very interesting week. But now for Week 4, let's let's get into these predictions and where Let's go. I'll start because my
you start. I need to lower my blood pressure a little bit.
Yeah, because not only that, your game is supposed to be the game of the week. Micah's coming back. Is that game going to be in Dallas or is it going to be in Green Bay?
It's in Dallas.
Oh, baby. Woo! Get your popcorn ready, dog. Get your motherfucking popcorn ready. That is.
Yeah.
Anyways, damn, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
but listen, predictions with my team, we're playing the Jets. I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win because the Jets are just the Jets,
Yeah.
But I am not confident at all. If I actually think this is gonna be a high scoring game, just because it's just two defenses that are not good, and honestly, two coaches that one of them is an absolute joke, and the other one, which I actually believe Aaron Glenn has a chance to be a good coach. He's very.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's his first year. So
he's stuck with the team that he didn't put together.
Right. Yeah. No, he's again he don't have his full command on the roster or any of that.
Right.
So you got two coaches that, like I said, one of them is a joke and one of them is just trying to learn how to become a head coach. So and then you have two bad defenses. So I actually think it's going to be a high scoring game. It might be a good game just because by default,
divisional.
Two jokes, just dumbasses going at it. They're both 0-3. Ooh, by the way, Notre Dame just scored. They're both 0-3. So I think it's going to be like a 31-27. And I do think the Dolphins are going to pull it out and get their first victory of the season. It's at home. It's Monday night. We're wearing those whack. To me, everybody loves them.
I see the black ones, right?
Bro, it's just, everybody loves them.
That's fire, bro. Why don't you like them?
You see, everybody likes them, dog. So I have a homeboy, a really good friend of mine, Angel. Shout out to my boy Angel. He told me, he's like, you're just close-minded. You're just close-minded because I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the jerseys, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say you're not close-minded. You're just a traditionalist.
Yeah, like when it comes to that, I don't like all this change of the uniforms. Yeah. Now I will say the Buffalo Bills. That one to me is fire. That one, the all white.
Oh, the all white, the icy whites.
Yeah, but bro, I'm not gonna lie. We look like a bunch of scuba divers, bro. Like we're ready to go fucking scuba dive. Fucking
I mean, listen, y'all scuba dive in Miami, don't y'all?
Yeah, I guess that's the whole point of it. Like, we're going into deep waters. Yeah, the Dolphins, they're in deep waters, all right. Yeah, they're in deep waters.
They're down there with Titanic.
But you like the jerseys. So everybody loves them.
I think it's fire because correct me if I'm wrong, but the color pattern is like neon, right?
What, our colors? No, it's aqua and orange and white.
No, I know, but for these
for these it's like they're
like a neon color, right?
I wouldn't call it neon. Neon to me is a little bit more on the yellow side. It's
they're
black,
like bright, right?
Yeah, it's a little. It's got, what it is, it's got a little bit more gloss to it, so it pops out a little bit.
See, so for me, it represents like the nightlife in Miami. You know what I'm saying? It's dark, the bright lights.
100%. Yeah, listen, Miami is all about the nightlife.
Right. Yeah.
Water, deep waters, ocean. I get what you're trying to do. It's
the opposite of what you guys usually are, all white and fucking shit like that.
Yeah. Nah. And so I guess everybody loves them, bro. Down here, everybody is like, "Yo, that shit's fire." And me, I'm like, dog, we look like Scuba Steve, dog. Like, it looks like we're about to go scuba diving. Like, I don't really care for him. Maybe when I actually see him on TV, I'll warm up to it. But so anyways, I don't know how we had a whole little session about uniforms there, but yeah. So Monday night we're playing Jets. Obviously, rival game, all that good stuff. Rivalry week, the jerseys, Monday night. So I think, it's going to be 31-27. Dolphins get their first victory of the year. And yeah. So again, I don't feel very confident in it. Now, I will tell you one thing: if we lose to the Jets, oh boy, I don't see how you do not fire Mike McDaniel.
Yeah,
I don't see how you do not fire Mike.
I think we kind of touched on that last episode. We were saying, you go 0-4, you got to go.
You got to go, G. Like,
you got to go because that's 3 divisional losses that you'll have.
Yeah, no. Listen, I've already said the season was done before it started. But if you want to look at it that way, your season is done if you go 0-4 and you're 0-3 in the division.
In the division,
You're done. You're absolutely. First of all, you weren't winning the division anyways.
Right
now, you're really not winning the division.
Now
That's done. You're 0-4. You can kiss everything goodbye. So if he goes 0-4, I don't see how Stephen Ross does not fire Mike McDaniel, bro. Like
I don't. So I don't know. I don't. Let's kind of talk about that for a quick second because you know more about it than I do. But let's just say you guys go 0-4. You lose to the Jets. That could be a good thing. Looking towards the for next season. However, how does that fare with what you have on the roster right now as far as cap space? Can you get rid of Tua? Can you get rid of Tyreek?
Yeah, so Tua next year, there's no out for Tua. It doesn't make sense to cut Tua or trade him because the cap hit is going to be tremendous. It's going to be like 70 mil.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. I don't know the cap space with y'all.
So the for Tua's going to be on the roster in 2026, whether Dolphin fans like it or not.
Right.
Now they could do what the Broncos did with Russell Wilson and cut him and take an 80 million cap hit and just take it all at once and be done with it.
Take it all at once, yeah.
They could do that, which if you want to rip the Band-Aid off,
You see them doing that though?
I don't see them doing that. You see what I'm saying? I don't see them doing that. So
I agree.
The out for Tua is after 2026. You know,
which is not bad. Also, because the quarterback class coming out this year is not good.
It's not that good, right?
It's
right.
2027 is the good one.
Is the good one, correct?
Yeah.
So after 2026, that's when you can get off Tua. You can get off Tyreek Hill now. You know, you can get off Tyreek Hill now and save cap. There's a lot of things that we can trade away and it'd be beneficial for the cap, but Tua is one of them that's not. You know, but listen. At this point, I guess it is beneficial just to lose, right? I mean, we're not going anywhere anyways. You know, I just hate to look. I remember in 2019, I was promoting the Dolphins losing because I understood what we were doing.
Right.
We were trying to, but this we have a roster to win now. So it hurts me to see my team lose and even root for them to lose when I know the objective is to win and to contend. Yeah. Right. In 2019, I knew what we were doing. The writing was on the wall. There was a method behind the madness. That's why I was able to get behind the losing and the tanking. Even you were telling me in 2019, dog, you're wild. Like, why I go, Paul, you don't understand. Yeah. This is the plan. This is the plan. But when the plan is not to do that and you're 0-4, that is what pisses me off.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I can go 0-4, 0-5 when that's the plan. But when that's the plan, and you're doing it.
Yeah.
So I guess it is beneficial to lose, but I can't go out there and root for my team to lose, man. Like
it's hard to lose, or it's hard to go out and root for a team when you know you're tanking. But it's even harder to go out and root for a team when you're not tanking and y'all are fucking going to be 0-4.
Yeah, you're like, you're tanking. Yeah, and you're tanking just because you suck.
Just because you suck. Yeah, it's an unofficial tank.
Right. It's So this is a massive failure. I've been saying it, and the owner came out and said, "Oh, I'm going to be patient with Mike McDaniel." Which leads me to believe, and I'm glad that I remember this because I want to say this real quick right now. That leads me to believe that Stephen Ross was the one that fucking wanted Mike McDaniel and kind of forced Chris Grier to hire Mike McDaniel. And let me tell you one thing, Dolphin fans. Listen to me real quickly. I want everybody to listen to me. If it comes out that Stephen Ross is still meddling with the general manager and he's not, and because he led us to believe in 2019, he gave all power to Chris Grier and you do what you do, I'm just cutting the checks. I was happy about that because you know how my philosophy is. As an owner, you own the team. You cut the checks. Don't meddle. Do not be in the middle of it because that's not how you win. So
This is right here.
So my thing is, if it comes out that Stephen Ross is still doing this bullshit, guess what, Dolphin fans? We are not winning until that man goes either to heaven or hell, wherever he's going. Well, we are not going to win unless that man croaks, Dolphin fans. If he is still meddling with the team, we are fucked until that man passes away. And I'm getting a little passionate right now because you're going to come out and you're going to say you're going to be patient with Mike McDaniel? What does that tell you, Paul? That leads me to believe that Chris Grier didn't really make that hire. It was fucking Stephen Ross.
It was Stephen Ross. Yeah.
It was fucking Stephen Ross.
Brother,
I don't know that for a fact. I don't know that for a fact. Maybe it was Chris Grier's guy and Stephen Ross grown to love him and he just loves him now and he wants to be patient. Okay. I don't know 100%. But that leads me to believe it smells like, nah, dog. Like you were meddling, bro. And you're the one who wanted Mike McDaniel. And now you don't want to fire him because you don't want to have to tell your GM, I fucked up.
Yeah. Brother, listen,
what do you think about that? What do you think about that little nugget there?
You are preaching to the choir here, brother. Because what you are feeling right now, true Cowboy fans have felt for 30 years. So you can imagine how just pissed off we are with the fact that our owner is our GM and has come out and said, I will never give up that title. Ever. He said he thought about it for a fraction of a second and was like, nah.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I enjoy the pain.
Yeah, exactly. As he's fucking pouring a pound of salt on his fucking Egg McMuffin. So I feel you. But you guys still have a chance.
Chance for what?
If in fact your owner isn't meddling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Right. I listen, I don't know if he is or not.
Yeah.
Because Stephen Ross.
But from what you're saying, it sounds like he is.
It sounds like it. Yeah. Stephen Ross bought the team in 08 or 09. Yeah. One of the two. I think it was 09. Whatever, it doesn't matter. 08 or 09. From 09 to 2019, which is 10 years, he was the epitome of trying to make football seasons. Dog, you're not a football guy, bro. Just because you're an alumni of the Michigan Wolverines, don't make you a football guy. You are a real estate man. You are a billionaire. You are a brilliant man in so many ways. But you're not a football guy. Stephen Ross, stop making decisions. And he finally did it. And that's why I was like, okay, let's go. You hired your guy. Let's get it rolling.
Which you guys got a great GM, by the way.
Who?
You guys got a great GM. Your GM is
great. I mean, I think bro,
he's one of the top ones out there.
Bro, you know what? That's crazy that you say that, dog. Because everybody watching, if there's anybody out there watching, and everybody that's going to watch this and hear this, everybody thinks that Chris Grier is a horrible GM. And I think he is a good. Does he have shortcomings? Yeah, he does. Just like every GM. But I believe he is one of the better GMs, and he is a good GM. I wouldn't go as far as elite or great, but
here's kind of like just based off that topic, or based off what you just said, that kind of alludes to the fact that Stephen Ross is meddling, because
I hope not, bro.
Because look at the talent that Chris Grier has brought to the Dolphins. What has always been the downfall? What has always been the downfall?
The coaching.
So it could be where he's like, you take care of the talent. I got the coach.
But Stephen Ross doesn't know shit about football.
Like I said, you're preaching to the choir.
Like, okay, but hold on. At least Jerry Jones knows. He's got some type of football.
Jerry Jones played football for the Arkansas Razorbacks in the fucking 60s. That's like Al Bundy talking about when he played at Polk High and he threw the fucking touch. Nobody cares. You don't know X's and O's.
Okay, but Stephen Ross. Jerry Jones knows more than Stephen Ross. Come on, we can agree with that. We can definitely agree with that. I mean, come on. No? Listen, anyways.
Sure. I'll give it to you. Sure.
It's beside the point.
But these two are both businessmen. Keep the main thing the main thing.
Exactly. So my thing is Chris Grier, I think, is a very good GM. He drafts well, dog. He does,
Yeah.
regardless. The problem is when it doesn't produce into winning. Of course, they're gonna say, "Yo, you suck."
Yeah.
But
Which
they
is
don't.
easy to do.
It's easy to do, but you don't see the trades that man pulled. Dog, Jalen Ramsey has lost a step, and he was able to finagle Minka Fitzpatrick in a trade for Jalen Ramsey.
And a trade for.
By
the way, y'all want to trade? Y'all want to trade Minka?
Do we want to trade Minka?
Yeah.
Oh, to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, we got some compensatory 5th round picks. Send your way.
Get out of here. Bro, you better give me a second for that. And we just paid his ass too. Shit, you better give me a second for that motherfucker. But look, anyways, and I know we kind of veered off topic to week 4, but whatever. Chris Grier has made a lot of great decisions. He's brought a lot of talent in, and he's managed the cap fairly well. You know, obviously when you try to go all in, at some point you're going to pay the piper. And the Dolphins are going to be cap strapped in the future. But I don't think they're going to be that cap strapped, you know. But my whole point is Chris Grier, to your point, is I think he's one of the better GMs. He's a very good GM.
Yeah.
But when you don't produce, what's going to happen? Listen, the problem is that he has made bad decisions when it comes to the head coach, and those are fatal mistakes.
Yeah.
Fatal mistakes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
they are.
As a Dolphin fan, I can't go out there and I can't tell Dolphin fans. As of right now, Dolphin fans can say whatever they want, bro, because it's a shit show. If you want Chris Grier fired, if you want Mike McDaniel fired, if you want Tua benched, I cannot argue against that because look at what's happening.
Yeah.
I have no leg to stand. If I'm a Chris Grier fan or not, there's no leg to stand on. Dolphin fans can say whatever they want right now because Dolphin fans deserve better than what is going on right now. You know, we deserve a lot better, regardless of what people say across the nation that, oh, Miami don't have real sports fans. Bullshit. We have great fans down here. We have loyal Miami Dolphin fans. And that stadium gets filled out every fucking week. And we deserve a lot better. So if you want Chris Grier out, hey, my brother, I can't argue that, dog. It's been 25 years since we won a playoff game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
dude, that's fucking rough.
It's rough. It's rough.
That's rough. One playoff game, bro.
Exactly. It is extremely rough. So I can't fault you if you want Chris Grier out, but I'm here to tell you, Chris Grier ain't the problem, dog. The problem is Mike McDaniel. And even though I said that Tua has regressed, I know Tua is not the problem either. But again, people want them out. Understandable, because football is a results business.
Yeah.
If you don't win games, you got to go. So, you know, but again, like I said, if it comes out that Stephen Ross is meddling, this would be my last point on this topic. If he comes out that he's meddling, Dolphin fans, we're never going to win until he either sells the team, which he's not, or he fucking passes away.
Or if he just comes to and just actually relinquishes that position.
Yeah. Whether he relinquishes it, sells it, which I think he's going to give it to his daughter because he's up there in age. You know, but if he's still doing that bullshit, he ain't learned the goddamn thing, and the Dolphins are going to suffer for it. How the fuck are you going to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to be patient with Mike McDaniel"? What?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man.
Yeah, that's very. I'm telling you, that's very Jerry Jones like.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
Very Jerry Jones like. Yeah.
Listen, in the beginning of this pod, I was all nice and calm. Now, boy, now I'm hyped up, man. Let's go.
Let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask you this, kind of on the same topic. Let's say, so Mike McDaniel gets fired, right? Obviously, you're going to have some sort of interim come in,
right?
Your OC, I don't know. Your DC, I don't know. Not your DC because he's new, right? Probably your OC.
No, I think it is going to be. It's going to be Anthony Weaver. Anthony Weaver is probably going to be the DC? Interim. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that happens, right? He's the interim. Season ends. No playoff. What happens next year with your head coach? Who would you like to see?
Who would I like to see as a head coach?
As a head coach, because I don't think you want Anthony. You don't want your DC to be the head coach of this football team.
Here's the thing: I would like to see Anthony Weaver, even though the defense has played like ass the first 3 weeks. I would like to see Anthony Weaver get a shot to know what we have. You see what I'm saying?
You would have seen it. Let's say he was the intern,
right?
And you kind of saw, a good portion of him, and you don't like what you see.
No, yeah. Then
Who you want as your head coach? Because
man,
it's kind of slim pickings out there.
That's a great question. I mean, are we talking like realistically or just like pie in the sky who I want? You know?
Realistically, because I mean, we could all go out there and say,
yeah. I mean, shit. If it's up to me, I'll take Andy Reid. I'll take Mike Vrabel right now.
The reason why I asked is because I have, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm pretty sure I know how you feel about this. But do you make a phone call to Bill Belichick?
No, absolutely fucking not. Bro, I said that. Listen, I said that faster than the Virginia fans stormed the field last night.
That's why I was like, I kind of already know how you feel.
No. Bro, listen, real quick on Bill Belichick. I'm convinced that Bill Belichick is all because of Tom Brady, dog. I'm sorry, but he's a fucking joke. He is not the GOAT of coaches. You already know how I feel about him when it comes to that. But Bill Belichick, that man got lucky with Tom Brady. And he let Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady do this thing on the offense, and he's a great mind on defense. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. You know what? Let me take that back. He's not a joke. Bill Belichick is not a joke, obviously. Okay, so forgive me. He's not a joke, but he ain't, bro. Bill Belichick without Tom Brady, and it's proven. The guy has like over 50 games without Tom Brady. He's a below 500 coach. Yeah, he would just be just another guy.
But also too, you know, the Patriots as an organization they weren't really good at drafting.
They were horrible, but he was making the decisions.
Right, but listen, Chris Greer's not gonna give that up.
I don't know. If you hire somebody like Bill Belichick is gonna want that control. He's gonna want that.
I think, but also too. You could catch him at a time right now where he just wants to get back in the league.
I guess. I mean, listen. If it's me, it's a firm no. It's a firm no. I don't think. I think Bill Belichick, the fastball that he once did have is lost.
He's gone,
bro. He's a joke at North Carolina. Everybody's laughing at it. He doesn't know what he's doing. Like, it's just all bad. So Bill Belichick, no. But to answer your question. Who I would look, I think that this might be realistic because it's looking that this team is not. It's not. They might need a change. John Harbaugh, because the Ravens, if they lose next week, they go 1-3.
The Ravens aren't getting rid of John Harbaugh, bro.
Well, the fans want it. A lot of fans want it, and if it does happen, all things change, bro. All things change. Everybody moves on. It don't matter how long or how quick
the thing about fan bases are real quick to grab a pitchfork.
But nothing lasts forever. Nothing
lasts but he hasn't been there forever, and he turned that organization around.
Bro, he's been there. What are you talking about, bro? That guy's been there. No, I'm not talking about Jim Harbaugh in the Chargers. I'm talking about the Ravens.
Yeah, I know. He's turned it around. They've gotten so close because of him.
Okay, but he's been there since 2008. He's been there for almost 20 years. He's won a Super Bowl already with Joe Flacco.
He's kind of like a damn, why can't I think of his name? From Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, if those
but he will be a good one though.
Of course, John Harbaugh. Again, Mike Tomlin will be my dream. You know, and I don't think it's that pie in the sky either. Because he's been there for a long time. Sometimes you need change. So
listen, they just this past season in the offseason, they were already talking about him being on the hot seat.
Exactly. Well, exactly. Or not even hot seat. Is it time to move on? Is it time?
But unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers is playing pretty good there.
Yeah, he is. I knew he was.
Yeah.
Listen, every time you leave the Jets, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
So, But real quick to answer your question again, Tomlin and Harbaugh would be more of like it's really not going to happen, but that's what I would choose. But as of right now, bro, man, that's just I really haven't thought about it, bro. But I would like an experienced coach.
What about Ron Rivera? What about the other
Ron
John?
Rivera? The other John? Who's that? Oh, John Gruden. I wouldn't mind him, bro. I think I would entertain that. The thing about him is that he's gonna need to hire the right personnel, bro, because he's always been like a rah-rah guy to me. He does know offense, but he's always kind of been like.
But you don't trust him to make those great coaching hires? I do.
Yeah, no. I know he's got good connections, and no, I would entertain that. John Gruden, I would definitely entertain that.
Because here's what I think he would do. I think he would as far as like an OC, I think he would go college. He would look at a college coach
which would be fine with me. Fine with me.
But I think as far as a DC, I think he would look within the league.
He would look, and within the NFL.
Yeah.
No,
but listen,
and then
go get Ron Rivera for defense.
So Ron Rivera, I would entertain that Ron Rivera to be here, dog. I would entertain Ron Rivera as the head coach. I think
Riverboat Ron kind of.
Listen, I know he's long in the tooth. He's long in the tooth, bro, but so is John Gruden. He's long in the tooth as well. So, and he has been out of football, and they've both been out of football for a minute. Yeah. But Ron Rivera knows he's a leader of men, bro. What I want a leader of men.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't. So to answer your question, I can't necessarily give you a name, but what I can tell you what I want. I want a leader of men.
Yeah, I want that's what you guys need.
We need. I want a leader of men. I want a man that's gonna command a room, and I want somebody who's fucking like. Got some balls, dog.
Got some, I'm about to say, got some nuts, right? Yeah,
got some nuts, man. I want somebody who ain't scared to bust you in the fucking mouth for fucking up. Yep. I don't want Mike McDaniel. Oh, you're late. Oh, whatever. Haha. Look at my Yeezys and my Rolex.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Bro. Yeah, I want somebody who's gonna bust you in the mouth. I want somebody who's gonna think twice about doing the wrong shit. I want somebody like a Dan Campbell. Somebody like a Mike Tomlin. Or who I think Aaron Glenn is going to become. I could be wrong, but who I think Aaron Glenn is going to become. I want somebody like that, bro. A leader of men that commands a room that will fucking run through a brick wall for him. And somebody like John Gruden can supply that.
Yeah. So I think as far as head coach, right, you don't go young. Because this generation of young head coach is not that.
Right. Yeah.
They're not the leader of
some
men.
are, but it's not the norm.
But it's not the norm, right?
Not
and
they're
and it's you're not going to find it. So I think as far as head coach, you go someone who has had that a Ron Rivera, a John Gruden, and then you hire young for your OC.
Right. Yeah.
Because they have that breath of fresh air of what the league is now, of what concepts and schemes are now. But I also think you go experience for DC, or you keep the same DC. Because you need that leader of men punch in the mouth for your defensive coordinator. I've always believed that.
Yeah. No. I and especially in this day and age, because like you said, OC, you can kind of do the innovative, nice, techie shit. Defense, I'm gonna bust you in your mouth, leader of men.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust you in the mouth.
100% leader of men as well. So can't necessarily give you a name, but I can give you the type of fucking coach I want.
Yeah.
And I would want experience. Somebody said like Rex Ryan. Nah, I don't know about Rex Ryan. No, I don't know about Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan talks a big game.
Honestly, I heard a report out there that he wanted the Dolphins coaching job when it was open in 2021. He wanted.
He wants to come back to coach, but listen, he from my understanding, he was interviewed or had a phone call, I should say, for the Cowboys. When the head coaching job was open, right after Mike McCarthy, but from his mouth, they didn't want to pay him what he wanted. So, what that means, I don't know. He thinks he's pretty fucking high of himself, I guess. Because that to me is like, well, then you really don't want to come back and coach then.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to make money.
Exactly. 100%.
So, I don't know. I mean, he's gonna go get his brother.
Oh God, that man hasn't had a haircut since fucking 1971. I mean, Rex Ryan. Listen, Rex Ryan. He had his stint with the Jets, and he was good. He was, but that man don't know shit about offense. I'm cool. I'm cool with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. But again, it's just it is slim pickings, but that would be my coach right there. Just even if it has to be a first time head coach, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as they're a
Yeah.
fucking leader of men, they can command a room and they can get the
Yeah.
most out of players. That's all I want, bro. I'm done with this whole, oh yeah, yeah, bro. Let's come late to work and joke around and Gio, yeah, look at my Rolls Royce and my good. I'm like, fuck all that. It's cute when you're winning.
When you're winning,
shit ain't cute when you ain't fucking winning. Ain't no more. So
right.
Ooh,
So
anyways, we got off topic there, dog.
Let's recap week 4 real quick, and let's toss out a prediction. What do you predict for the Dolphins Jets game?
Yeah, so 31-27. Dolphins get their first victory of the season.
31-27. First victory of the season. Okay.
Yeah. And then your Cowboys, Packers. What's that?
I think here's what I think happens. We're going to lose the game, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than what folks are imagining it to be. The Packers do have I don't know if he's a right or left tackle that is out. So you put Jadeveon Clowney on a backup. We could have something there, right? They don't have a rush game. So I think it's going to be a lot closer than what it is, but I'm going to say it's still going to be a high scoring game because our defense sucks. But I think that that we know Micah Parsons well enough to know what his weaknesses are. And Coach Shoddy kind of alluded to that. He said, he was like, it's going to be fun to play against Micah Parsons. He's like, I know him really well. So with that being said, and we are able to run the ball now, it's going to be a lot closer, but I think it's going to be kind of like a 37, 31, 33 type.
Wow. That's a shootout.
Bro, look at the Giants and the Bears put up 35 plus on us. The Packers are going to do the same thing.
Yeah, so 31-37 Packers? Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, 37-31 Packers, 37-34-ish, something like that. But if we have the ball last, all we got to do is get to midfield because Brandon Aubrey's kicking that motherfucker through the field.
Yeah, for real, bro. That motherfucker, bro. I feel like one of these days they're gonna try him out for a 70-yard field goal. I'm serious.
I think they will, and I think he's gonna have. It's gonna be right down the middle, and he's gonna have so much distance left on that motherfucker.
Yeah, but I actually disagree. I agree with you that the Packers are gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game. Reason why is because I think it's just going to be a weird game. It's going to be one of those just weird.
It feels weird.
It's just like when Tom Brady went back to New England when he was at Tampa. We all thought it was going to be a fucking blow, a high scoring game, bro. It was like 17-13. And I think it's going to turn out like that. I just don't trust my defense, bro. No, I get it, but and I get it, and it's easy for me to say because I'm not a fan of the Cowboys, but I just see it being one of those weird games that it's just like off kiltered because it is it's going to be a weird environment. It's going to be an emotional game.
It will be.
The fans are going to be emotional. I don't care what anybody says. We're all human inside. Mike is going to be emotional. The coaches are going to be emotional. Everybody's going to be emotional. It's an emotional game. Micah Parsons is coming back to Dallas. So I think it's going to just be a weird off game for both teams. I think it's going to be 17-13 Packers.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Well,
so
if that happens, I would say
I guess that's a better loss for you because at least
I would feel good about it, but then no, I really wouldn't because given the circumstances, you know what I'm saying? Like you play this game at Green Bay, it's a massacre.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I really don't.
I do, bro. I really do. Our defense is probably dead last right now, in every category except run stop. It's not good. It's not good. But it is an emotional game. They did ask 100%. Jerry Jones if he was going to have a tribute video.
And he said no. He's like, I don't think it's appropriate.
And I agree. I agree because you don't make those kind of videos for players that you trade.
Yeah, you make those for people that like a Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin.
Yeah, Zach Martin.
Right.
He
Yeah.
was with
No,
he done
100%.
and he's done great, bro. But he was with us for 4 years.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no, and you maybe, yeah. No, you don't do that.
No, you don't. You
The only
don't.
way you do that if he was there for 4 years, but he won like a Super Bowl and he and he
Exactly.
like broke the record
Exactly.
or some crazy
Right.
bullshit like that. Then
Right.
you
But
do it.
the last, kind of the last image that Cowboys fans have in their head of Michael Parsons is preseason where he's laid out just chilling on the damn medical table.
Yeah.
He's just laid out there eating nachos. So you know what? It's on site for Micah. Fuck him. And I hope he has a horrible game.
Yeah, no, and listen, for me as a spectator, I'm hoping for a great game,
Yeah.
and I'm really looking forward to just seeing it. It really sucks because it takes a lot of sizzle away that CD's not going to be there. It fucking sucks, bro. It really does. But
now it's time for George Pickens to step up.
it's time for George Pickens. It's time for George Pickens. So,
Yep.
But yeah, that's the predictions. That's what I got. That's what you got. So.
Good.
Let's see what's
we'll
up.
End it. We'll end it with this. I want to hear your take on this.
Oh my God, bro! First of all, I think this is so ridiculous. I really do. I really do. And I'll be quick on this because we're, and I know that we're coming up on an hour. It's we're getting a little long in the tooth. But bro, listen. Okay, so first of all, what Tua said, he's right about that. Not everybody can play quarterback. He's right about that. It's easy for somebody to have a pen or to have a podcast, kind of like us, like us. It's easy for us to talk about it and not play. Not everybody. Okay, he's right. But first of all, what he should have said is he should have just said, you know what, I played bad this season and I need to play better. That's it. That's what he should have said. But he did not. I truly believe he wasn't talking about Cam Newton. He was talking about the people that have not played. That's what he was trying to get at. He wasn't saying, "Oh, Cam Newton, I want to see you play quarterback." No. He was saying that Cam Newton has a podcast and he's doing his thing. But he was saying the people he should have said it like this. The people like Cam Newton that are podcasters and broadcasters, those are the people that he was saying that to, not Cam Newton. Obviously, I mean, bro, Tua is not that dumb. I know he's had a couple of hits in the head, but he's not that dumb. Obviously, he knows Cam Newton played at the highest level. He wasn't talking about Cam Newton. So, but people they took that, they ran with it. And again, Tua, for whatever reason, is a very polarizing figure. And they just, what do you mean, bro? Cam Newton played. Oh, you're an idiot. Ha, 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 you're a dumbass. No. Tua, in my opinion, was talking about, he was addressing the media and the podcasters and the broadcasters that have never played. That's my opinion. He wasn't, but he failed to clarify that. I could be wrong. Maybe he was taking a shot at Cam Newton and saying that. And if he was trying to talk about Cam Newton, then Tua, you need to go read a book or something, because Cam Newton played in the NFL and he's been in the Super Bowl and he's won an MVP. If Tua was alluding to Cam Newton, which I don't think he was. So that's my take on it. And honestly, it's just that first take had a segment on it, and even you text me, "Oh, Tua's an idiot." I'm like, okay. I don't think he was talking to Cam Newton. He was talking to the folks that never played. So, I don't know. I think it's a little dumb, but go ahead.
I think you're wrong.
That's my
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
But Paul, that doesn't make sense. Why would he talk about Cam Newton? Cam Newton played in the NFL.
I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain.
Okay.
Tua Tagovailoa in the 2025 season is how do I say this?
He's being a little brat.
He's overconfident in himself.
Okay.
And you can put it like that. He's being a little brat. But at
He's
the
coming
same time,
across as an asshole. He's coming across as an asshole, to be honest.
exactly. And I think that's where I say that you're wrong in the way that you analyze what it happened. Because if you take what he said, he tried to backtrack it by trying to clarify or trying to say podcasters, things like that. What did he say? You're on the couch with the clicker.
Clicker.
But he was talking about Cam Newton. He addressed Cam Newton.
It makes no sense, though. It makes no sense.
It doesn't matter that it didn't make sense. The fact of the matter is, the person who said it was not a media person. The person who said it was not someone on X that has a podcast. Me and you didn't say this. Cam Newton said it. So for him to take it from Cam Newton's mouth, pause, and rebuttal it with, not everybody can play this position. It wasn't a fan that told you this walking into the stadium. It was Cam Newton.
Okay,
So, two things can be true. Two things can be true. Of course, not everybody can play this position. Of course, duh.
Yeah, no shit. Duh.
To just make the NFL is a 1% chance.
Yeah.
But it's even a lesser chance to be the starting quarterback of a franchise and to be the franchise quarterback of a franchise. But Cam Newton is not that guy that you're talking about. Cam Newton, like you just alluded to, is an MVP.
Yeah. He's been to a Super Bowl.
And he's been to a Super Bowl, almost won the Super Bowl, and has an MVP. He took a lesser fucking team to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to take a shot because I think Tua Tagovailoa is done.
Then he's an idiot.
I think he's done with people talking down on him. I think he's done. He's done talking about concussions and player safety, and he's done talking about interceptions. He's done with it, and I think that he would like to have that comment back because I don't think that's what he wanted to say, but unfortunately, it's what he said. He wasn't addressing me and you on this podcast talking about it. He was talking to Cam Newton.
Okay. First of all, the question was presented to him. Number one, he didn't bring it up. The question was presented to him. That's another thing, too, that I fucking hate. That when people say, oh, look what these players said. Well, damn, dog, these motherfuckers are asking the questions, too. It's not like they're bringing it up. So that's number one.
But you can't shoot the messenger.
No. You can't shoot the messenger. But at the same time, honestly, if I'm the boss of that media member, I'm like, why the fuck are you asking that question? How about you ask him why he threw a pick when the safety did not break? That's the question that I would ask. So why are you asking about Cam Newton's comment as a media member? Like, I don't care about that. I care about the X's and O's, and I care about why Tua threw a fucking game-seeing pick. That's but that's another conversation for another day.
Sure.
So this media member asks him, hey, what do you think about Cam Newton? Okay, so Tua has to answer it. What is he going to do? Walk off the fucking platform? No.
Here's what you do.
No,
I have all
he was wrong. Exactly.
You respond like this. I have all respect for Cam Newton. Cam Newton is an MVP quarterback. He knows what he's talking about.
He should have said that.
I got much love for Cam and everything that he's doing. I think he's doing a great job. Next question.
Said that. Timeout. He said that.
But he followed it up with the bullshit.
He said he said this. He goes, look, I know Cam did his thing and he's doing his thing now in the media. And I got love. He fucking said that, Paul.
But you can't say that. You can't say, and he's doing his thing in the media now, but not everybody can do this job. And you can't come off the couch with a clicker.
Okay.
When you follow it up with that means you're taking a shot at the man.
Okay, wow. I can't believe obviously he's not talking about Cam because Cam Newton, everybody knows that he is. But everybody knows Cam Newton played in the NFL. Everybody, Tua knows that.
That's why this topic is so crazy because they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because, and I'm here to clarify, Tua was not talking about Cam Newton. He was talking in general about the people in the media and podcasters and people that have a clicker that critique quarterbacks. That's who he was addressing. It just so
But
happened
the question
that
came from Cam Newton.
Okay, but because it just so happened that the media member asked Tua a question about Cam and Tua, because Tua's not the best person in front of a mic. We all know that. He was addressing those people, not Cam. It just so happens that Cam name was part of it. Because Paul, I got to tell you something. If he was talking about Cam Newton, then either he's never heard of Cam Newton and he's never seen a TV, or he's just a flat out idiot. Because everybody knows, that is in tune with football, that Cam Newton was a 10-year starter, a multiple Pro Bowler, an All-Pro at one point, and an MVP. So obviously Tua knows that. He wasn't talking about a Cam, bro.
But I think
he wasn't talking about Cam.
Here's the thing. Here and this happens
Common sense.
This happens with players, right? It's kind of like what are you doing now?
For me lately? Yeah.
Yes. What have you done for me lately? Tua's not. He don't give a fuck about all that. Because what is Cam Newton right now? He's a podcaster.
He's in the media. He's in the
media. So that's what he's talking about now. Like, you can't touch me now because you're over there doing that. That's what he was saying.
You think so?
Yes.
Go back.
Listen, take your bias out of it.
No, I don't have. Listen, I don't have a bias. I think this is so stupid. I think it's so stupid.
But that's what I'm saying. You think it's stupid. Take that thought process out. Go rewatch it, and you're gonna be like, damn, I think he kind of was taking a shot at Cam.
And listen, bro. Look, at this point, Tua Tagovailoa, he needs to shut the fuck up. He needs to shut up, and he needs to just take accountability for his play.
I agree.
Try to go out there and win a fucking ball game.
I agree, brother. I agree 100%.
Just Tua, and I don't think Tua has ill will. I still think Tua, I think is a good person, great person.
I think he's just done with it. I think
that he got a little bit of clout in this league because he's had successful years, right? And he was a fringe top 10 quarterback. He got paid, and he's like, you know what? I don't fuck this bullshit, man. I'm gonna just do me and whatever. I mean, the motherfucker's got plaits in his hair now, so it's just. I think that he's fully became a man, and he's got a family, full-blown family, 3 kids, and he's just like, whatever, dog. Like,
he's done with people like talking, I guess, down to him. Or not giving him. He's tired of being disrespected.
And let me tell you, Paul. Let me tell you, dog. And I don't know about you, and first of all, I do know about you because I know if this was to happen to you or me, we wouldn't stand for this shit.
Yeah,
people has talked down on his name for years. And as a man, I'm sorry, dog. I don't blame him for. If it was me, I would do more. I would do more because you know how much bullshit people have said about this man, about talking down on his name, and I know you for a fact. You ain't standing for that shit.
Yeah.
Now I get it when you're a quarterback. It comes with the territory, and a lot of it you're gonna have to just let it up, get it off your back, or water off a duck's back. But at the same time. Nah, homie. Like, who says it's okay just to trash somebody's name?
Yeah. So but at the same time, too, it comes with the territory. Being a professional athlete. It comes with
the territory, but at the same time,
I think
you can't just let nah, dog. Stand up for yourself too, bro. Maybe he's taking a little bit.
I think it should have just been it should have just been one of those like, hey, I got much love for Cam Newton. He's doing his thing. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And just leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of decisions that I've made in my life that I wish I could do different.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he actually feels that way about Cam.
There's a lot of things that I've said that I'm like, why did I say that?
I think unfortunately Cam Newton was the person that the question was asked about. But he's talking about everybody else. Also, I hear what you're saying.
No, and also too, Cam Newton. He's been going at Tua this year a lot. Like, this is not the only time.
Yeah.
This is not the only time. You see what I'm saying?
But
like, Tua can't say shit because he can't back it up. Well, I mean, again, he fucking backed it up for the last 3 years. But of course, everybody wants to. By the way, shout out to my boy Angel. Oh, hey, by the way, that's my boy that said I was close-minded. That was the one that said I was close-minded. But everything they say about Tua is facts. No, of course. Listen, like I said, as Dolphin fans, if you guys want to bench Tua and throw him away, I can't argue that. Go ahead and do it. But you want to sit there and be blind and just say, "Oh no, now Tua is the worst quarterback ever." Okay, then go and do that. That's totally fine. But to sit there and say Tua can't back it up, okay, throwing 470 and 6 touchdowns on Lamar Jackson's head, that's not backing it up. Or doing the same shit to Justin Herbert week 1.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Not backing it up.
It comes down to postseason, and that's just what it comes down to.
Okay, that's fine, but what he's one man, and Dolphin fans are saying, "Oh, we got to look at the next quarterback," and I'm like, "You dumb motherfuckers! Have you not learned anything in your football fandom? Because it don't matter who the quarterback it is if you don't have a line and a running game."
Yeah, or head coach.
So what are we talking about here? It don't matter who you got. You can have the best quarterback in the world. If you don't got a line or a running game, just go ask the Eagles, dog. Because you know what the Eagles do? They interchange their quarterbacks and their coaches. Yeah. Because their trench play is so dominant that they win. Listen, they can win with Nick Foles, they can win with Jalen Hurts, they can win with Nick Sirianni, and they can win with fucking Doug Peterson. Because we all know Jalen Hurts, if he goes to the Carolina Panthers, he ain't shit. And we all know Nick Sirianni.
Jalen Hurts has thrown for. I don't think he's thrown more than 175 yards.
Exactly. Look, and we all know when Nick Sirianni, after he's done with coaching the Eagles, he ain't going to be a head coach again. So the Eagles are a definition of interchanging the quarterback and coach and still winning. So Dolphin fans, you want to sit there and say, "Who's the next quarterback?" Hey man, we got to get who's the next. It don't fucking matter if you don't have a line or a run game. It don't matter who you got. So.
I don't know what Angel means in 2023. Maybe you can allude
because
to
I
that.
brought that up. So he's like being sarcastic, I guess. Like saying like it was 2023. Okay,
I like this guy. I like this guy, bro. I like.
But yeah, but to sit there and say, "Oh, Tua can't back it up." Okay, so he's never done anything on an NFL level. He's never won a game. He's never had a comeback. He's never dropped 470 and 6 touchdowns on somebody's head.
Well, listen, wins and losses are unfortunately a quarterback stat. And he has no wins in the playoffs, so that's what it's going to come down to. Yeah, it's the same conversation with my quarterback, because it always comes down to in 10 years he has 2 playoff wins.
Listen, that's totally fine. Like I said earlier, as Dolphin fans, you want to riot and you want to burn down the house. I get it. I totally understand. Do what you got to do. You want to fire Chris Grier, you want to fire Mike McDowell, you want to bench Tua. Do it because you deserve. You as Dolphin fans, we deserve to feel that way. So go ahead. Yeah. Tua ain't shit. Tua can't back it up. Tua, okay, bro. Go ahead. Do it. Because we deserve it. Because we ain't shit. So I'm not going to sit here and say you're wrong. Because you're not. Because, look, we're 0-3. And this rebuild has been a massive failure. So, but, again, let's not sit here and act like Tua don't have a voice either. Or Tua ain't done shit in the NFL. No. Let's not do that either.
Yeah, because I mean, unfortunately, the trench play has never been there.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, Patrick Mahomes in 2020. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes in 2020. Got smoked by the Bucs. Why? Yeah. No line.
No line.
That year, he had no line.
Yeah.
So my last point is Dolphin fans, don't worry about the next quarterback. Because if you don't got a motherfucking O-line and you ain't got a running back, he ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
Just go look at Joe Burrow up in Cincinnati. What's he doing?
Nothing. He's out. He's out again.
Yeah. And then let me ask you this question real quick, Paul. Who's better, Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts?
Joe Burrow,
right? Okay.
He's on a different level.
Why has Jalen Hurts got more success than him? Because he is not half the passer he is because of trench play, O-line,
because he's got running backs that are touching his butt.
Oh, well, that too. But again, he's got a great O-line.
Yeah.
He's got a great D-line. He's got a great running game. Guess what? He won a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's how you win.
All he's got to do is protect the ball. That's it. Just protect the ball.
That's all you got to. That is how. Listen, football is not that damn hard, bro. Yeah. Dominate the trench play, and you're good.
And you could do whatever.
That's why is so good right now because of trench play.
Yeah.
It's very simple. So, Dolphin fans, I'll cap it off at this. Do not worry about the next quarterback because it don't fucking matter until you have an O-line and a running game.
And a head coach.
But again, head coaches can be interchangeable.
Yeah,
exactly. Me again, until you have a great O-line and a running game,
Yeah.
stop worrying about the next quarterback. Stop worrying about Lenore Sellers or Newsmeyer from LSU or Arch Manning or don't even think about it because you know why? He's gonna come here, he's gonna get fucking rocked without an O-line.
Yeah.
So that's my lesson for the day. Dolphin fans, don't do it to yourself. We've been doing it for 25 years already, bro. Oh, the next quarterback, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, Dolphin fans, listen, you heard it here first from the ultimate Dolphin fan right here.
Bro, these people don't learn, dog.
In the words of Gabriel, Dolphin fan, shut the fuck up.
Don't shut the fuck up. Be mad. Just stop.
Go draft linemen, bro.
Yes. Hey, and I'm on record in 2020 at the 5th overall pick. I wanted to draft Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah,
not Tua Tagovailoa. And if anybody who wants to say, oh, you're just saying that now, bullshit. Because I can make a phone call, put him on, and he'll say the same damn thing. Because I was there with him. I have a homeboy that said, no, you wanted to draft Tristan Wirfs over Tua. So
I remember you told me that. Yeah,
I wanted to draft. Hold on, real quick. In 2021, with the 6th overall pick, I wanted to draft Penei Sewell. Did I not?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
But no. Okay. Yeah. But no. Let's get the next quarterback. Yeah. Let's get the because okay, and then let's have him get sacked 80 times a year, and then be like Joe Burrow and be on the sideline.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, no. But two is the worst. Two is the worst, baby.
Two is the worst quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Two is the worst. No, get him off my team. Yeah. No. But then again, you got the 32nd O-line in the NFL and like the worst coach in the NFL. But no, Two is the worst. Okay.
But Two is the worst, yeah.
Great.
You're preaching to the choir.
Great. No, it's awesome. So hey man, listen. I got nothing left. You got
Nah, that's it. That's it, brother. Listen, this was a good. I think we touched base on everything.
I think this was this episode was something that we went completely opposite of what we're gonna do, but that's the beauty of what we're doing right now.
That's the beauty of it.
We're talking ball.
Yep.
At times we're gonna get off topic, and that's what we're trying to. We're just cousins talking ball. We're just basically two homeboys.
That's what this podcast is, brother. That's what it is.
Yeah. Sometimes it's gonna get sideways, but that's what we're doing. We're not gonna have no structure, nothing. That's just that's how it's gonna be. So.
But yeah, listen, we'll end it. We'll end it on that note. This was a good one, like I said, for those of y'all who come across this. Y'all subscribe. Let us know what y'all want to talk. Y'all want us to talk about. And man, we'll be back next week to recap week 4, and let's see if our predictions were right.
Yeah, no, and also too, it looks like Saturday is a good time for us. It looks like it's trending like that's a good time. Even though it kind of does suck because that what. Say that again.
This might be the day and the time that we do it.
Yeah, and I do understand that it's like 5 days away from the previous week and the games, but it's also good because we can not only recap but we can kind of predict, and it's a day away. So it's a day away from the following week. So it looks like this is a good time slot for us. But maybe things might change. So
we'll figure it out.
But listen, we good, baby. Like I said, Dolphin fans, burn the house down. But at the same time, learn your shit, bro. Learn your shit.
We'll leave it on that note. Burn the house down and learn your shit. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
All right. Peace. Much love. Love y'all.